Raise your hands if you have a younger sibling or kid at home. Most of us, I assume. You might have heard them say at some point while playing a board game in their crankiest voice, "That's not fair." And those were the exact words my young cousin said before flipping an hour's worth chess match off the bed and scattered the chess pieces like the fallen soldiers after war. Only then did he get the peace he wanted of not losing the match to me. We all know we might have done something like this at a young age. After all, it is basic human nature and tendency to wish not to lose. But adults, they often mask the disappointment under layers of maturity and societal expectations. But children, as we've seen till now, tend not to do so. Why is this happening? Why does losing a board game sting for children? Children, as far as psychology is concerned, show that they love adults. They love them because of the attention they shower upon them. The thing is, they want to be on an equal standard as adults so they can become the center of attention. Let us now move on to board games. Children know the normal repetitive scenario of playing with a toy. To pick it up, fidget with it, and just throw it away. But in board games, nothing's predictable. And when they find out that they can come out on top in these games, lo and behold, they use the medium of board games to prove themselves superior to adults and hence establishing themselves on a broader basis. But who knows what the future game might hold? Maybe it's a win or a loss or even getting fed up and tossing the game across the room. But we'll get to this part in a bit. Board games, for once, enable the child to think on their own and introduce them to the concept of thriving as an individual in the world. They are fun and enjoyable. And rather than feeling like an extra chore, they provide a win-win situation for adults as they not only leave a positive impact on the children, but also provide the adults a chance to relax and unwind. In fact, I would recommend everyone to play board games with the young children of the family at least once a week. But remember, the way in which you play is more important than the effort you put in. Growing up, I always loved a board game or two with anyone. For me, it was the definition of spending quality leisure time. But then came the rules. I questioned their existence. For me, their only purpose was my defeat. But the rules work both ways. I always looked forward to a rematch. But following rules everywhere doesn't get you anywhere. And so I learned. My friends did not play carom with me because evidently I was a big stickler for the rules. Once, my relatives came home with their 5-year-old. The kid was allowed to do whatsoever in the game he wanted. So, it was him playing basketball in a football match. Why did this happen? These kids did not know the meaning of fair play. They don't know what's right or what's wrong because they've been allowed to win so many times that losing simply becomes an alien concept. And this eventually leads to what I like to call the flare stage. What is the flare stage, you might ask? Flare, which stands for feeling like a ruler everywhere. It is the stage in which children feel like they're on top of the world. Like one of those every 90s cartoon villains. They're loud, annoying, and simply get out of hand. But the silver lining here is that once they're defeated, they disappear after an episode and beat a hasty retreat. What's more, they won't just show up again like a bad penny. But wait a minute. How did we even get here? Let us rewind for a bit and right here. These kids did not know the meaning of fair play. I've seen this firsthand. I once won a carom competition at a mall just because most of the kids were disqualified for not knowing the proper rules. Most of us. Most of us will blame the kids for this. But no, there's a larger force at play. Someone who caused something this grave. Adults. Unknowingly loving adults. And here's how exactly they push the child to the brink, to the flare stage. Whenever you play a game, you either handicap yourself or provide an advantage to the kids. Then, in case they are still not happy, you just let them win. And now, every time you play a board game, it is natural for them to win. And voila, the child has entered the flare stage. If you're still doing these things, please stop. If you feel good after letting the kid win, then you, my friend, are indeed in for the long run. You are in for your very own flare stager. But the flare stage isn't the only part to be feared. The child will grow up to have a false sense of security, as they will contemplate only one possibility about the upcoming match: winning. And that is precisely what melts their wings from reaching the sun, only for them to hinder their success drastically. This might seem scary, but there's a solution inside. This method involves something very close to every kid's mind. The one and only, every flare stager's fatal greed and weakness: winning the game. And the method to win for adults is the sweet sting method. But what exactly is this method? Start any board game with the kids. Then, gradually, in the game, make yourself intentionally struggle to a particular rule of the game. Then, let the other adult tell the child how to exactly make you lose. And they will realize that you can be easily defeated by a rule. Repeat this process as many times until you get the desired results. That being a child who now is not so alien to the concept of losing. This method works by ASAP points, which are A, increasing the attention span of a child; S, by showing yourself inferior to something else than the child until now, that being rules; A, showing the child that all rules matter; and P, practicing the sweet sting method till it makes the child familiar with the concept of fair play. So, whether you're a kid in the flare stage or an adult trying to avoid raising one, just remember, the sweetest victories aren't the one handed to us. They're the ones we figure out for ourselves, one fair move at a time. Thank you.